Hi, I'm John Cena. Hit the like button if you think that super thick Anna Jay would be a star in NXT.
So here's my top 10 list of all the wrestlers in all elite fake pro wrestling that would flourish in the World Wrestling Federation system. So, number one, obviously, is Wardlow. Wardlow will be the next Batista under Triple H. If I was booking Wardlow, I think he should be on the main roster. He should not go to NXT, and here's why. If Jacob Fatu skipped NXT, why the fuck would Wardlow go to NXT? Wardlow is a bigger name than Jacob Fatu, so that's obvious. I think Wardlow should go undefeated for like maybe 1 year, right? He needs to be undefeated on the main roster for maybe 1 year. I would put him on SmackDown. That's where he should be. On SmackDown, I would make Wardlow a heel because SmackDown needs heels. I can't believe SmackDown has no quality heels, and it's all Triple H's fault. But overall, I think Wardlow is tailor-made for the World Wrestling Federation. He is built for that company. Triple H would give him a monster push if he was on the main roster. I guarantee it. That's what Triple H does. Guys like that who come from all elite fake pro wrestling, why the fuck would Triple H make him a jobber based on his look? His idol is Dave Batista, and we all know Triple H loves Dave Batista. That's who Wardlow is if you book him right. So I think Wardlow should be on the main roster. So number two, I think it's super thick Anna Jay. Anna Jay would be a megastar in NXT. Who needs Mandy Rose if you got sexy ass Anna Jay? Man, can you imagine Anna Jay, super thick Anna Jay on NXT TV under Shawn Michaels? Listen, she would be the hottest chick on that roster if they signed her. Man, I can't believe Con Man does not know what to do with super thick Anna Jay. Like, who is this guy? Like, why is Anna Jay a jobber? Her sexy ass? I'm like, she could be your Mandy Rose. I'm like, they have no sex symbols on this roster. When it comes to being pushed as stars, Tony Khan Man has no sex symbols. Anna Jay should be your sex symbol. You need your own Sable. You need your own Mandy Rose. You need your own Trish Stratus. You need your own, I don't know, Alexa Bliss. Something. You need a girl like Anna Jay as the face of your division. You need eye candy. That's what she provides. She provides eye candy. Guys want to see her. Maybe your viewership would increase if you pushed Anna Jay, because hell, I would watch, okay? If sexy ass Anna Jay was on TV every week on Dynamite, yes, bitch, I would watch. But how would Shawn Michaels book her on NXT? I predict maybe in 1 year, sexy ass Anna Jay would be a world champion in NXT after 1 year based on how she looks. She looks like a WWF girl. That's how she looks. And imagine, what is Anna Jay doing? When was the last time you saw her on Collision, right? When was the last time we saw her on Dynamite? What the fuck is she doing? Where's she at? Man, it's a travesty. A super thick girl like that is not on TV, and you need the ratings. I'm like, you can pair her up with Jack Perry. Just team her up with Jack Perry. That would get her so much heat. That would get Jack Perry heat. Why don't you pair up Anna Jay and Jack Perry? I don't get this guy. Con Man is the worst booker of all time. I don't care what anybody else says. Nobody is this bad and incompetent. Why is Anna Jay not on TV? So let's move on to my next choice. Super thick Chris Ass Lander. That's her name. Her name is Chris Ass Lander. Okay? This chick would be a megastar on the main roster or NXT. Triple H would make sure she is the next Rhea Ripley. Man, she would be neck and neck with Rhea Ripley and fucking Bianca Belair, Jade Cargill. Fun fact, the last girl who pinned Jade Cargill was Chris Ass Lander. So just imagine if Triple H or Shawn Michaels had their hands on Chris Ass Lander. Listen, Triple H would book her to beat Rhea Ripley. I think Triple H would be very, very high on her. Why? She's big and she's athletic. She is super athletic and she has great size, great height, great size, and she's super thick. So my whole point is Triple H would give her a monster motherfucking push to the moon based on how she looks and how she moves. If Shawn Michaels was booking Chris Ass Lander, yes, she would get a major push on NXT TV, man. She has all the tools and her promos are getting better. So listen to me, Chris Ass Lander is the total motherfucking package. Just imagine a guy like Triple H booking Chris Ass Lander on Raw or SmackDown. Imagine Rhea Ripley versus Chris Ass Lander. Man, that's a dream match, okay? That's a dream match. But obviously, Con Man don't know what the fuck he's doing with Chris Ass Lander. I don't get it. So let's move on to my next choice, and that's Hook. Hook would be a star down in NXT, and his dad wants him in NXT. That's crazy, but listen, I feel like Con Man has really kind of exposed Hook for the worse. I don't get it. He has exposed Hook, and I feel like Chris Jericho has also exposed Hook. Listen, Chris Jericho is not giving Hook any kind of rub. I feel like Hook's star power has gone down by messing with Chris Jericho. Damn, it is called the Jericho Vortex because you cannot escape it. Jericho is a curse. He is a feud curse, meaning anybody who feuds with Chris Jericho, they don't recover. Outside of Max. Max is the only guy who recovered. I would say him and Eddie Kingston are the only two guys who recovered from feuding with Chris Jericho. But Hook has tons of upside if he goes to NXT. And listen, Hook is still young. His body will fill out, okay? I don't know why people think Hook is going to be small forever. His body is still filling out. Eventually, Hook will be a big, jacked up dude, okay? Just be patient. He has the physique. You can add muscle to that body. Be patient. Just imagine if he goes to the PC. The PC will gain him some weight. So listen, do not give up on Hook. Hook has upside. Just be patient. Hook, that body, he's going to be jacked up if he goes to NXT at the PC. Just imagine a jacked up Hook. Be patient. Do not give up on Hook. Hook will be a star if he goes to NXT. And I can see Hook as the face of NXT. So overall, Con Man has booked Hook very underwhelming. I'm just fucking disappointed in Hook. If Shawn Michaels had his hands on Hook, he will be a star. That's all I'm saying. So let's move on to my next choice. Big Cass. Big Cass would be a decent heel mid-card guy, maybe upper. Big Cass would be a great upper mid-card guy under Triple H on SmackDown. Can you imagine Cody Rhodes versus Big Cass? And Big Cass has a great physique. He might have the best body right now in all elite wrestling. That's facts. He has the best physique, and yet he is jobbing out to small men. He is jobbing out to Orange Cassidy, Hook. He's jobbing out to tons of small men. He's jobbing out to fucking Darby Allin. He's jobbing out to tons of small men in all elite wrestling. Why is he a jobber? Now, listen, you people are so fucking stupid, man. I hate when I try to put over a talent in all elite wrestling These marks, they tell me, oh, that guy is a jobber. Duh, you fucking dumbass. That's why I want him in the World Wrestling Federation. Whose fault is that? Whose fault is that? Why is Big Cass a jobber? Who's writing these shows? Who makes the final decision on who gets pinned? Not me, not you, not Big Cass. This is a show. This is a TV show, you dumbass. The wins and the losses are predetermined, okay? If somebody is a jobber, that's not a reflection on them. That's on Con Man. He made them a jobber. Look at Cody motherfucking Rhodes. Cody was a mid-carder. He was a multi-time TNT champion. Look where he's at, okay? Okay, you dumb bitch. Look at Brian Pillman Jr. He's on TV every week. What was he doing in All Elite Wrestling? Nothing. Zero. Nothing. So, yes, under the incompetent Tony Khan, man, yes, Big Cass is a jobber. But by your logic, Orange Cassidy is not a jobber, right? By your logic, you stupid dumb bitch. God, I hate you people, man. You people don't think. This is why I'm an asshole to a lot of you people. Can you blame me? I don't like stupid, dumb people. That's my kryptonite. Stupid, dumb people are my weakness. Okay? That's all I'm saying. At the end of the motherfucking day, Big Cass has been booked like shit. Why is he a lackey? That's All Elite Wrestling 101. If you are a big guy, you are going to be a lackey. Just like Wardlow, just like Big Cass, just like Jack Swagger, you are going to be a lackey. If you are a big guy, look at Hobbs. Hobbs is a lackey. That's crazy. That's a weird pattern. Every big guy is a lackey in this company. But overall, Big Cass will be a star on Raw or SmackDown in that upper tier mid-card based on how he looks. So let's move on to Ricky Starks. Obviously, I think Ricky Starks would be a star down in NXT. So let's move on to my next choice, and that's absolute Ricky Starks. He would be a star down in NXT. But here's my choice. Here is how I would book Starks. I would add him on the main roster. Why not? I don't care if people don't know him. Yes, they do know him. If they know who Jade Cargill is, they know who Starks is. Okay? If you know who Jade Cargill is, you know who Ricky Starks is. So why wouldn't you put him on the main roster? He's on Fight Forever. He's on a video game. So he is famous. If you don't know who Starks is, that means you don't watch All Elite Fake Pro Wrestling. That's all I'm saying. People know who Starks is. So, with that being said, I would draft him on the main roster. I would have him skip NXT. I don't think he needs NXT. I think he's ready-made for the main roster. Why? A high percentage of the audience knows who the fuck he is. So I would add him on the main roster. And of course, I would draft him to SmackDown so he can face Cody motherfucking Rhodes. Or why not have him face LA Cosplay? I think that's a dream match. That is a dream match. LA Cosplay versus Ricky motherfucking Starks. Come on, man, that's a dream match. Two guys that are compared to Rocky Maivia. So I think Starks has tons of matchups on SmackDown. How about fucking Carmelo Hayes versus Starks? How about Andrade versus Starks? He has tons of matchups. I would have him skip NXT, okay? Because nobody knows who Jacob Fatu is, and yet he skipped NXT. So yes, I think Starks should come on the main roster. So my next choice is the Lucha Bros. The Lucha Bros would be great in the tag team division on Raw or SmackDown. I think they should come straight to the main roster. Those guys are ready for the main roster. It would be an insult if they go to NXT. Like, hell no. Like, no, man, like, they are above NXT. Listen, Raw and SmackDown, they need help in that tag team division. So, yes, they should come on the main roster. Those guys would be stars. And no, they would not join the LWO. Those guys, they might be friends with the LWO, but I can't see them being members of the LWO. But they will be friends with the LWO. And why not? Listen, when it comes to Rey Mysterio, he likes to put over Latino talent. So who cares if they mingle with the LWO? Like, why not? First off, by your dumb logic, why would you separate the Lucha Bros and Rey Mysterio? Are you crazy? Are you stupid? Like, how is that a bad thing if those two guys were to mingle with Rey Mysterio? Listen, the Lucha Bros, they idolize Rey Mysterio. So why wouldn't they be friends with the LWO? Especially Rey. Rey loves to put over Latino talent. Ask Santos Escobar. So why not try to get the rub from Rey Mysterio? Look what it did for Dom. Look at Dirty Ass Dominic. Rey Mysterio put over Dirty Ass Dominic. So why not mingle with Rey Mysterio? That's how the audience will get to know the Lucha Bros. Why not? So yes, those two guys would be megastars in that tag team division on Raw or SmackDown. Skies is the limit for those two guys. Those guys will be motherfucking stars. So let's move on to my next choice. My next choice will be Juice Robinson. OJ, the Juice Man Robinson. I think he would be a solid mid-card guy on Raw or SmackDown or NXT. I guarantee it. He has charisma, size, he has a great look, great gimmick, and he's fucking marketable. Listen, Juice Robinson is really, really marketable. Can you imagine Juice Robinson teaming up with Slim Jim? Come on, man. To me, I feel like Juice Robinson is a poor man's Macho Man Ray Savage. That's who Juice Robinson reminds me of. He reminds me of a young Ray Savage. Just imagine Juice Robinson with Slim Jim. Man, that is a dream matchup. That is a dream partnership, man. I guarantee it. Juice Robinson and motherfucking Slim Jim. Come on, man. Listen, I think LA Cosplay is an awful mascot for motherfucking Slim Jim. Like him? No. It should be Juice Robinson. Juice Robinson should be the mascot for motherfucking Slim Jim. Listen, I'm not saying that Juice Robinson will be a world champion. I ain't saying that. I'm saying he would be a solid, popular mid-card guy on Raw or SmackDown or NXT. I think he would be a solid act. I think Triple H will book him strong based on his charisma, his gimmick, his personality. To me, Juice Robinson has the it factor that Triple H looks for. He is marketable. He has a over-the-top gimmick, a over-the-top personality. Like I said, he reminds me of a young Macho Man Randy motherfucking Savage. Juice Robinson is a motherfucking star. So let's move on to my next choice. Obviously, Powerhouse Hobs would be a star on Raw, SmackDown, fucking NXT. Hobbs reminds me of Ahmed Johnson. That's who he reminds me of. I think he has tons of upside, tons of potential. Can you imagine him under Triple H? Triple H would make sure he is a main eventer. I think Hobbs would be a main eventer. He will not be a jobber. Why? Because they need somebody to replace Big E. That's facts. Listen, even Big E wants Hobbs in the World Wrestling Federation. Look it up. Big E is a huge fan of Hobbs. Who else? Even fucking Booker T is a huge fan of Powerhouse Hobs. I think Hobbs would be a top star on Raw, SmackDown. So my last choice is Take a Shit. I think Take a Shit is the most wasted talent in all elite fake pro wrestling. It's crazy. It's wild. Let me get this straight. It feels like Kyle Fletcher is about to get a monster push from Con Man. But hold on. Last time I checked, I thought that Take a Shit was also in the Don Callis family. So why is he taking a back seat to Kyle fucking Fletcher? That's like, my God, man. Do you realize that Take a Shit would be a megastar under Shawn Michaels? Are you crazy? He would be a megastar. He would be a world champion maybe in 4 months under Shawn Michaels. And here's what I mean. I think that he would beat Ethan Page for the world title. That's what I mean. He would beat Ethan Page for the NXT world title. That's how good he is. And yet, bruh, he is a job guy, kinda. He is a high-priced job guy on Dynamite. I don't get it. He has size, talent, he's athletic, he has a great look. What is there not to like? Oh, right. Con Man hates big guys, right? He hates big men who look like men. That's crazy, man. Con Man hates men who look like men. My God, man. What was the point of him beating Omega? What was the point? That did zero for him. That did nothing for him. It's sad, man. Take a Shit has so much talent, so much potential, and it's being wasted. Like, why? What? I don't get it. But he needs to leave. He made a huge mistake going to All Elite Fake Pro Wrestling because Con Man is an idiot. You are wasting Take a Shit. Take a Shit is a star in the making, man. Listen, I will go as far as to say he will have a better career than Shinsuke Nakamura. If he goes to the World Wrestling Federation, he would have a better career than Shinsuke Nakamura. But he's being wasted. That's crazy. But he would be a star in NXT. So that was my top 10 list of all the guys and girls that are being wasted in all elite fake pro wrestling. And I'm done.